Happy Turkey Day. What the hell is going on? How was Blackout Wednesday? How was the Wednesday?
Very thankful. I got a lot of blessings every day, but Thanksgiving is a reminder to to be more thankful and more forefront about being thankful, I guess. It's a good day. It's a good day. I mean, I had a fun day yesterday. Was bar hopping early with a buddy in college from town. So we did that in the day, kind of got some wings. I was sitting at 7-2 on the day. I was like, what can go wrong? And then the mid-afternoon slate came in. Whoa! Oh, God. Went to like 8 and 14 from the mid-afternoon to the evening. So that was at the other bar we were at. And then I came back, was chilling with my wife. We got some food. We got some candy from the gas station. We're ready to lock in for some Stranger Things, watching college basketball. Well, I fell asleep. No, that's not the reason we didn't do pump fake last night, but I fell asleep after I noticed we're doing this tomorrow. But woke up, was 13 and 15, hit a couple plus money plays. So lost like a little bit over a half unit yesterday. But again, minimal losses is good. You know my strategy, betting half units. We're stacking small wins every day, which we've won like 4 or 5 units a day. This is only my 5th losing day now in November. So only 5 losses in November in the red, which is we'll take that. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I got my Franklin coffee cup, not a beer yet. How you doing, Trevor? How was your day?
Shout out to CPN for the DGNU coffee mug. Yeah, it was a good day. Started 3-0. I was like, okay, we're gonna cook today. But generally, when you crush the early 10 a.m., 11 a.m. games, there's always some shit that regresses, and then the Marshall game started. Those fucking guys no showed. I doubled down. I live bet them, and they couldn't throw the ball in the ocean. They were awful yesterday. That's gonna happen throughout the season. You just don't have it. It is what it is. They were pretty brutal. What else did I have? Oh, that Wagner Manhattan under 203 points between Wagner and Manhattan. 203. They had 101 at the end of half. How? How?
Dude, I don't know. I didn't get eyes on that one. I had eyes on a lot of games, but I did not. Bowling Green -5.5 first half. Free money. Collab with the scientists there. And then I hit St. Francis team total under 66.5 live. They got the 64. I was looking sweaty for a bit. Western Kentucky +17.5, no sweat. So then I was like, all right, I'm going to get rolling. New Hampshire +4.5 was bad. Iowa State -9.5. We didn't get to talk about that on the show. Lines weren't out, but easy money there. And then I was like, all right, things are going my way. What can go wrong? Buffalo was fighting back. Buffalo forced overtime. I did not get the -3.5.
That one, I will say, there was a line fuck up on my book. There was who was Buffalo playing again yesterday?
They were playing Bucknell, and Bucknell was catching 3.5, but your line gave Buffalo +3.5. That's why I said, how'd you get Buffalo +3.5? I was like, what?
Yes, that's why I didn't give it out, because it didn't exist. I went a unit and a half because I was like, at the end of the day, this is Buffalo, and they are due like a game where they just revert back to their old selves. But I was like, I have to play this at that, and it got a little hairy at the end. But shout out the I think it was the point guard, the running floater to end the game, 73-71. I even joked with you guys. I was like, I should have just took both sides and tried to get a middle here at a close game, and it would have came home. Would have been awesome, but I'll take that. That was really nice catching Buffalo +3.5 for me. Yeah, shout out.
I was mad at myself. I mean, for it sounded like the mid-afternoon to like early evening really was our worst part of the slate yesterday. We hit the beginning and end very good, but my no bets actually in the mid-afternoon to evening slate were fire. So hopefully someone was feeling more confident than me. Sadly, the bets I chose in that mid-afternoon slates were losers versus the no bets, which hasn't been a thing. But today that was a little troublesome. But yeah. I mean, it was a fun day of hoops. We had hoops on all day. Yeah, Marshall didn't show up. Couple lock battles. We split. Looks like I think we went 2-2 on our lock battles. Colorado State, Virginia Tech. I don't know if you ended up betting that.
Yeah, Colorado State plus 4.5. That's where things kind of got back on schedule just a little bit.
Elliot and I, our 2+ money stabs on M&M has not worked out. We're 9-2 now on our M&M parlay, which is still solid.
Yeah, that was the first one I tailed, so that one's on me.
No, yeah, it's going for 2+ money plays versus the 2 short favorites. I want to talk about this one though. Michigan was easy. I wasn't worried about Michigan. Then I woke up the next day, saw they were plus money. I'm like, I'm absolutely betting them money line. Forget the points. People were rushing to bet Gonzaga. We called that on the show that people would bet Gonzaga as well. And no, I mean, Michigan wire to wire beat their fucking ass. Win by 40 points. Trevor, you have some thoughts on these guys up in Ann Arbor? Well, I mean, they're good.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever lose a game again. This team is ridiculous. This team in a 7-game series would beat the 96 Bulls in 4 games. Like, they are absolutely ridiculous. Everybody minus Elliot Cadeau is gigantic on that team. They are fucking huge. They're going to be an issue. It's the top tier teams. Purdue, Michigan. I'm trying to blank on these other teams, but the time it's early. I'm only 1 cup of coffee in.
I was laughing at Julian Cesario. Michigan can beat the Wizards. They might. They might.
I'd lay points with the Wolverines over the Wizards in Washington, because obviously there's going to be more Michigan fans that would show up to that game. Yeah, I mean, Michigan's good. They look really, really good. I mean, Gonzaga is a team with size and athleticism and length, and they were no match whatsoever for Michigan. So, Purdue, Michigan's going to be fun. Purdue's got, a bunch of 7-footers. They're big, minus Braden Smith, and, Fletcher Loyer's kind of a scrawny guy. He's put on a little bit of weight finally, but he's still a small guy. Those games will be fun, but man, it's going to be interesting. Like, Michigan's going to be tough just due to their size, athleticism, and how many guys they can rotate in. I mean, even their freshmen look like juniors. I was impressed. I had Gonzaga. It was dead from the jump.
Let's say Dustin, man. He one, he can coach. 2, he knows how to play the portal game.
Yeah,
he knows.
Yeah, he
knows how to play the portal, and that was evident. He kind of was. I mean, he was kind of like one of those where we're like, "Oh, the portal's fucking awesome," because they just got all these guys to make a run from the 8 seed to the NCAA tournament final or Final Four, and that was like proof, like, oh, the portal's like kind of good. And then we've seen the greed come in and the human condition come in for the portal now. But yeah, Dusty May, one of the first advocates to go portaling, and he's done a great job each year, portaling, even at a lower tier school like Florida Atlantic, even though it's in Boca. I think it's very enticing to go to Boca. Kanan Carlisle from IU, he's shining there. And one more thing, we got to talk. A couple things we got to talk about in the late night slate, because it was a good one. Iowa, they could be a dangerous team in the Big Ten. They're playing that Ben McCollum method of just suffocating teams. But Texas, easiest bet on the board as well. I know they only won by 5. It ended up being a great game, 102-97, 115 points in the second half. If you guys watched, but Texas was up 10 at the end of the first half, and they woke up. We were catching 3.5 points. The line opened at a pick'em almost. We knew it was time to go horns up there, and felt like NC State just didn't give a shit this entire Maui tournament at all whatsoever. Maybe they're watching their constituents play for money versus just enjoying Hawaii, and I think NC State enjoyed Hawaii a little too much. So Texas was a great one. It felt good waking up at like after the game, and be like, all right, I'm sitting fine. We're 13-15. I was a little nervous. I was like, please do not go like 8-17 after a 17-9 day or something. But we're here. Texas, man, easy bet.
Yeah, I was on NC State. They came out just ugly. Even on shot quality, I looked just
Texas last night, dude, or on the show.
Yeah, but I still bet. Remember, it moved, and I was like, all right, I grabbed NC State -2 because I had FOMO of losing a good number there. Fuck. So I played that, but yeah, it came out ugly. I went to shot quality. I was like, all right, is Texas just, getting everything to fall? NC State was taking a good chunk of their shots, like a third of their shots were quote unquote considered bad shots. And they were down 10. I was like, okay, debated live betting them, didn't because of that, because they weren't getting good looks. And then all of a sudden they came back, made it a game, and then they pissed on their leg again. Yeah, so it was a valiant effort, didn't come through. I mean, Texas couldn't miss from three. They shot, 50% from beyond the arc, and they made like 15 threes. So it's going to be really tough to beat a team when they're shooting 50% and making that many threes. But credit to NC State, they did hang around, given that performance from Texas. So, valiant effort, didn't come through. But Alabama saved me at the end of the night. The team total over. And then I was going to be in the negative by like 0.2 units. So I was like, all right, I'm going to throw a half unit on the second half spread for Bama. I'll either be down like 3/4 of a unit, or I'll just be up like 1/4 of a unit, and it'll keep my Green Day going. So shout out Bama for just putting the pedal to the metal on Maryland. Yeah, I wanted to bet the spread with Alabama, but I was like, all right, the one thing they don't really do is get physical and have a bunch of size inside, which is where Maryland got exposed with Purdue and who was their other loss?
Georgetown.
Georgetown. The size. Those guys had size, and I was like, okay, well, we'll see, but I'll take Bama points because it's going to get pushing. I think Maryland struggles with tempo and size, not just the size, because that was like the common denominator in those two was the size. Alabama just outran them too. Gonzaga was much bigger, obviously, but they can score too. So Maryland, maybe when you're playing an up-tempo team, they might just be an auto fade, being able to not keep up with that offense and whatnot. So something to look out for.
And shout out Helms in the chat. Helms, OG listener, appreciate you, brother. Let's give him a second. Hold on a second. There we go. Cash register. He at Eastern Michigan money line. Good for you. Cincinnati, man. Wes Miller.
Yeah.
Not a fan. Never.
Holy shit. You lost to a team that was actively point shaving last year, and you lost by double digits at home. I will say it's incredible what a team can do when they don't have guys point shaving.
For teams, it feels like, honestly.
But yeah, it was.
But yeah, man, it was tough, man. The no bets for me for tough. I mean, Kennesaw State FGCU over was fine. I mean, just the bets that I took, but versus the no bets were tough. But I mean, it was a good day. We 13-15, can't be mad. We're still up 28.11 units, tracking per unit play. Strictly betting half units if you're new here, since due to the sheer volume that I bet. And yeah, I'm not buying juice. I'm not laying extra wood for a -115 or whatever. That adds up losses quick. I'm going to bet a half unit. I'm going to buy it at that price. I'm going to know how much I have out. And it's stacking. I call them stacking Big Macs every day. Let's just stack a couple units every single day. Over time, it's worked out. And we've had a fire start to the year, tracking 28.11 units. All picks are posted on the pick sheet for each day. I'll get them in live for the show. And yeah, right now my record currently 272, 199-1 with the push there, plus 28.11 units. I'll be tracking per month with my record, and obviously for the whole year, but I'll be tracking per month as we go along the season with the picks history posted there. Trevor and I have been up. Last year we hit over 100 units, just these two guys at the end of the season. I had 53 units the year before that, and then I had 30 units the year before. So trust it, trust the process. This has been a fun year, and how can you not? Let's hopefully you guys have cashed off some of our winnings. I know Elliot was sitting pretty a couple days ago. Elliot and I had a combined like 38 and 13. It was insane in those 2 days or that day alone. So. Yes, let's go ahead and stack some turkeys today. Are you a turkey guy or a ham guy? What's your tradition on Thanksgiving? I mean, we all know ham tastes a little better than turkey, but there's some tradition about a turkey on Thanksgiving, you know?
Oh no, we're turkey. Turkey guys, my aunt does a great job. It ain't dry. Shout out Ncaa for that one. Always goated on that turkey. But no, I'm more of a sides guy. Mashed potatoes with gravy. You got the mac and cheese, the green bean casserole, the stuffing. I mean, it's so good. And the best part of the turkey is the leftover sandwich you have.
Oh,
4:30, 5 o'clock after lunch, right at halftime of game 2 in the NFL, or in this case, we're gonna have some hoops on. I mean, my Badgers play at 4:30 after my Packers play at noon, so we got a big day of Wisconsin sports going on today.
are you going over to your parents' house tonight or today?
We're going to my aunt's house. I'm not sure what I'll do after. I'm not
Are you
sure,
gonna bring a TV over to your aunt's house? Like, hey, we got TV2 here going.
No, but I'll be like, I have my YouTube TV. We'll log in so we can quad box in the living room with everybody. And we're gonna have some hoops on. We'll put the Cowboys in the tiny left one.
We went to this bourbon trail in October, and we it was awesome in Kentucky. And then Saturday, it was in October. We were watching a Saturday college football slate, and they're like, I don't know what game to watch on the quad box. It's just like there's a lot going on. It's hilarious. But yeah, I'm with you, man. You got to have turkey. I know I know ham's better. You can have both, but I think you need to have turkey. And I think the sole reason for that is turkey, Hawaiian bread bun, mayonnaise, black pepper, you name it. Maybe throw a side on there too. The leftover turkey sandwiches are the goat of Thanksgiving, outside of the blessings of family and whatnot. And I'm with you. Sides all day. Chat, before you drop your favorite plays and we get into the chat, make sure to drop your favorite side dish or just favorite dish in general. It can be turkey, it can be an entree, into the chat. I want to hear some things, and I'm trying to get hungry and build up this appetite for Thanksgiving. And we are sponsored by Rhythm. At Pump Fake Pod is partnering with Rhythm for this year. Rhythm.ai, a predictive modeling service. They have an app, an awesome app. It takes literally not even 5 minutes to see what plays that they like. They do all the work for them or for us, and all the insights that go on to the show. It's not all, Rhythm's definitely a help, and it definitely helps with other sports as well, where you guys can go and track your insights, track your own personal models, and then find out what plays that they like. They've been cash cows. The Rhythm Play of the Days has a winning record, and I know that a lot of their models are tracked with their records as well. So you can track the winnings, maybe change the winning probability that they have, so we can have like a for sure or a higher chance to win. But that's rhythm.ai, rhythm.com on the website. Use promo code PFP25 for 25% off. I will be checking out Rhythm today during Thanksgiving, sneaking off, being like, all right, it literally just takes like a couple minutes to pull your phone out, see what plays that they like. And I'll need some help maybe on NFL today too. So yeah,
grab that 3 with the Packers in the money line. We ain't fucking losing. We're sweeping these pussies up in Detroit today. Payback is a bitch.
Oh God, yeah, 2 years in a row of Packer football on Thanksgiving. And shout out, let's go, Kelly. Let's go. I think Canadian Thanksgiving was earlier in the year, I believe, right? Or earlier in the month. I think it was early November or October, I think, from people I work with. But cheers. Go sneak out with your cousin today. That's another thing. Look at your cousin in the eye and be like, I got this. Let's rock. No matter what time you eat, time it perfectly. All right, we got cheesy potatoes. We got twice stuffed mashed potatoes. Jess, I want to go to your house. Not stuffed mashed potatoes, twice stuffed mashed potatoes.
Count me in. I'll be there around 3 o'clock.
Smoked turkey, go insane. Got to agree with that. Regular sides for Ball Hard. Is that Ball Hard Brit? Shout out Brit, OG listener too. Right on. Good to seeing you.
Never tried that. I want to try that. Those videos though, I always watch whenever I scroll past them. I don't ever skip somebody dropping
Thanksgiving, but I witnessed somebody deep fry a turkey, and it was one of those like mushroom clouds like that flew up or whatever. It was not at a Thanksgiving, luckily. It was just like a random party. Only thing I don't like is cranberry sauce. I think that's a fair point. I think what the dish matters. I don't want to see those big hunkin' cranberries that look like this shape, twice stuffed mashed potatoes. Right on, guys. And yeah, Helms, let's freaking go. Cheers, everyone. I'm gonna grab a coffee before we get into it. Trevor, any final thoughts? And just want to say I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for the chat. You guys are awesome. I'm thankful for college basketball. I'm thankful for my family. I mean, family first, of course. God first, family second, but all together they're one. And then the chat and the CVB community that we've built and others have built as well. It's just one big wholesome community that takes care of each other. You know that G-Fed guy that goes to all the stadiums and whatever? Yeah. He was talking about how I saw a tweet yesterday. It was like he said the college football Twitter community is very toxic compared to the welcoming CVB Twitter. And I responded back, because we're a community, man. We look out for each other. We can haze each other at times, but we look out for each other, of course. So let's go. LMAO, Helm.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, Trevor, before we get into it? I'm going to refill my coffee for the picks part of the show.
Yeah, you're good. I'll be right behind you when you get back. Coffee is flowing today. But no, Thanksgiving, always a good time. You know, the 4 days off work might be the best part. I'm amped for it. So that's really fucking nice. But yeah, I'm just excited. You know, we got a good slate. My Packers are playing. We got good food, and that afternoon nap is going to hit hard in between the Packers game and Badgers game. This afternoon on my aunt's couch, along with everybody else. That'll just be right after lunch. So it'll be a good time.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for that Cowboys Chiefs game. I think they're going to be playing hard, man. Both teams proven after they had both comeback wins against an 8-2 team, leader of their conference. I'm telling you. And Brendan, I don't have it yet. I was thinking about it. It was a rough, a lot of boozing today. I woke up early. My dog was freaking out at like 5 a.m. I woke up like ready to go. I was like, "There's an intruder." I was like, "What do you want?" I yelled at 5 a.m. That kind of woke me up a little bit. I was like, "Let's start." So I started handicapping some games, like 30 minutes for today. Then I fell back asleep. But yeah, that was a little alarm today. But this is the true Macy's Day Thanksgiving parade. We're gonna be absolutely marching through this slate. Shall we get into it? It's a short episode, not as many games. We will be live tonight, I believe, as well, versus tomorrow morning. So stay tuned on the time there. We got families. We all got lives. It's Thanksgiving. But we have a massive slate tomorrow, a good slate. I was already checking out the games. So stay tuned to see if we go live later tonight, maybe a later episode than normal. Rich?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, yeah, that's more than likely what's going to be the plan for that. So, yeah, you're good. I am going to go refill my coffee, actually. So I guess Spiders, Paladins. Let's start cooking.
All right, go refill your coffee. We got Richmond laying 3.5 against Furman. Over under is 146.5. Let's see. This game is not a true home game. It is in Orlando, and let's see. We got Richmond, who is undefeated. Richmond's had a good start to the season, much improved from last year, and Furman kind of stumbled at the early part of the season. They've lacked offense, sitting at 3-3, but they had a good win against Queens at home. It's been a solid team here for Richmond. The pace here is running a little slow rather than normal. Let's get a little cute here and go to a system on this one because I'm kind of confused on a side. You have a 5-0 team laying a short spread against a Furman team that has not found an identity yet. But I'm not too worried about the scoring in general. Oh my God, that the total just jumped down. I will go ahead and go with I think Richmond -2 first half, -2.5 first half, is something I feel more confident about. I think we see a Furman team get down to having a slow start, not being able to shoot the ball as efficiently as we've seen, and now that we had Richmond kind of going as well, so, Richmond being able to score as well. But I trust them more in the first half, more so than anything else. So I will go with Richmond -2.5 first half. I mean, I like them full game, but I just feel like there's a backdoor opportunity. This game could be closer than we think. Furman's only been able to play one half versus the other, and it's definitely been a problem to score efficiently for Furman. So, yeah, give me Richmond -2.5 first half. And I do like the under total. The under's kind of been shot down, though, just so everyone knows, because it was I definitely do like the under for sure. So I do like I may dive into that under 146.5 actually as well. I think that's a fair play. I think we see a lack of scoring there. So yeah, give me Richmond first half under 146.5.
Yep. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. But full game, I like Furman. Richmond has not yet left home. They've played home all 5 games. They played Gardner-Webb, East Carolina, VMI, and then William and Mary. They won by 4. They played one team that I really give a shit about. That's Bill and Mary. Furman has played High Point, Troy, Northern Iowa, and Queens. I mean, the Troy game was at home. They lost by 3. High Point start the year, blew them out at that Field of 68 event. And then Northern Iowa blasted them on the road there. I mean, Northern Iowa is a tough place to play. They're a damn good team. So they've at least been battle tested and played against some good teams, some good mid-majors. Richmond, Bill and Mary's their best win, and they won by 4 at home. Now they're going to be hitting the road here. Give me Furman +3.5, and you know what? Hit the money line. I'm going to hit that +155. I see a juiced Richmond here. I'm going to sit and hold off, see if I can get a 4 with Furman. Oh, I see a 4 right here. So, yeah, give me Furman +4, +160 on the money line. Let's go. Paladins up to start the day.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to battle there, but I'm going first half battle, taking Richmond. Do you like that under plays too? 146.5.
Yeah. I mean, again, Richmond hasn't left home. Furman, excuse me. I mean, their offense hasn't been nuclear. I know they scored 90 against Queens, but High Point, Troy, Northern Iowa, 54, 61, 71. 2 of those 3 were on the road, and then Troy was at home. So they've played some tough teams. You know, their scoring's been kind of in the middle. Richmond hasn't left home. They've been putting up, upper 80s, 90s. So I think that offense takes a step back, especially leaving home. And it's going to be an early 10 a.m. start here. Where is this game? Is this Kissimmee, Florida? Yeah, this is the Florida, the ESPN.
And I'm going to be taking on FanDuel Richmond -1.5. It is -115. I'm going to take Richmond -1.5 first half instead of the 2.5 I saw on DraftKings. So give me Richmond -1.5 first half. I'm locking that up. Let's see if I bet that under. I'm going to finish the show first. See if I bet that total full game under 146.5 for Richmond.
Yeah, I just put Furman +4 in the +160 money line for a half unit. All right. Let's start the day off with a bang.
I'm gonna put where the book was, since this was a discrepancy there on lines. This is why you got to shop around. This is why you got to have access to 4 books, even if one of them that sells jerseys and sweatpants kicks you off of that book, and then you can't get in on Iona +8.5. But anyway, yes, just so you guys know, that's why you have like a Pickett, an unabated, yes, the track picks or whatever, but most time it doesn't even work for me. But you need to be able to have like a full aggregate view of multiple books to see which one works, and that's what we talk about it here. So yeah, give me Richmond -1.5 first half on FanDuel. Let's wait till the end of the show to see if I bet this under or not. So
yeah, right here, this is a free odds book. I mean, obviously you can pay for something, but you can sit here and stare at the lines. Everything's popped up. They got everything. FanDuel, Fanatics. They got fucking Kalshi, offshore. They got Hard Rock. I mean, they got everything. Profit X. So they've got everything. You can check it out there, absolutely free, and you can see where it's all moving in real time. So definitely like unabated here.
Yep.
Bonnie's going 10.5 against ECU.
ECU's they're pretty bad, but I mean, it's a lot of points. I mean, ECU they have not shown up. I mean, 3 losses in a row: UNC, Wilmington, Charleston Southern, Michigan State, and these losses are the closest loss is 12 points to Charleston Southern. Now we're getting that same line. I feel like the books just are like, yeah, they've been losing. This is what they lost by to Southern. Here's 11.5, 10.5. Should we bet ECU? I mean, I love this St. Bonaventure team, though. They let me down against North Carolina. They almost had that cover. They were fighting hard the entire game, but they've been kind of running up on these teams. But Schwartz got to get at least somewhat these guys respected and going. I could be talked in or off of ECU or just to no bet it, but I do want to bet more games than none because we only have a limited slate.
Yeah. East Carolina has not. Oh no, they played Michigan State yesterday. That's correct. I forgot Michigan State ran it up. That was the one I kind of like the under, and then the under missed by the hook, 144.5. So I'm glad I didn't have to suffer through that. But East Carolina, they played Richmond, Wilmington, Michigan State, all of them away from home here. They've been battle tested. The Bonnies did just play UNC to a tough one yesterday, but they played Bradley team. I'm kind of down on Bradley this year. They don't look good. I'm sure Wardle will figure it out at some point, but they have not looked good. They played Youngstown, Bob Morris, Siena. Those are all respectable. Won those games, but Bonaventure likes to score inside. 13th most points in the country coming from the interior. ECU, like a top 10 2-point defense. For amount of points you're actually scoring inside. So they actually make things a little tough. I know that it says they're allowing 53% from the inside, but the total amount of points coming from inside is less than 40%. Where you can really kill them is the 3-point ball. So Bonaventure does shoot really good threes, 38%, but they only get 26% of the points from 3. They don't look to attack you from the outside. It's all interior. I kind of like an under here, 143. Bonaventure doesn't play fast. East Carolina, is known to play slow and kind of grind you out. Not to mention where you can really kill ECU is from the 3, and that's not where Bonnies like to attack. So I like the under. I like East Carolina with the points here, but I don't know if I like it strong enough to bet it because ECU is pretty bad. But they have played some respectable mid-majors, so maybe they'll be ready. But probably not going to bet this one. Just give me ECU in the under, no bets.
I may end up. I think I'm going to dive in on ECU. But they're cheeks, but yeah, I think ECU is the play there. Are
we going to bet? Okay, I'll bet it with you.
I think it is.
If you're, I'll bet it.
I mean, if they may go on the NB list. I just see 10.5. I don't see an 11. Do you see any 11 or?
No, it is painted 10.5 across the board and everywhere. Yeah. You're not gonna find an 11.
Let's go East Carolina. Come on, shout out the college experience, Colby Dant. Let's go. East Carolina. Don't know if they bet it. I'm sure they bet it. I'm sure they bet East Carolina.
Would you bet it?
I'm in. East Carolina.
All right. Add it. ECU plus 10.5. Plug your nose. This does feel like a big spread.
Yeah, dude.
But people just watched the Bonnies play North Carolina fairly tough last night. Maybe they're thinking they'll just blow out ECU, but I think it'll be a slow grindy out game.
Oh yeah.
Let's go ECU. Vandy's laying 5.5 against VCU.
This line's
I see 6.5 now.
This is why we do the podcast at 11 o'clock at midnight.
Yep.
We don't have to worry about it too much.
I forget where this opened. I thought it was a lower number last.
This is why my sleep schedule's like the president's.
No, it was fine. Yeah.
6.5.
Has Vanderbilt left home yet? They've just been
No.
smashing
No,
teams
I
at
mean they
home.
played Western Kentucky yesterday though.
No, they went to UC. That's right. They went to UCF and then they played this neutral.
I don't think their defense can hang there, man. I don't think their defense can hang to beat anybody, especially. But it is scary. I mean, this is going to be a fast paced game with Martelli and Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I kind of like an over. I don't know about you. Excuse me. Both these teams have already played on this floor. Both of them like to play fast. I know VCU is, in past been a slow team, but they're playing faster this year under Martelli. He's bringing a little bit of Bryant flair into this offense in school. Vanderbilt, we know, can run and gun. VCU only gave up 66 to South Florida yesterday, but South Florida was 2 of 14 from 3 and 12 of 20 at the line. They only had 9 turnovers, so it's not like they were giving the ball away. They just were not hitting shots. I think day 2 in this gym, both teams like to play fast. I think VCU gives them a game here. I think I like VCU with the points, but I kind of like that over as well. I'm not sure how I want to attack this game. What do you feel better with? You like VCU with the points, or you like that over more?
I like VCU with the points more. I think this is more of a live spot. This number's already jumped. I see 162.5.
Yeah. We just made these 30 minutes ago? Damn. Up 3 points already.
And I think what I like to do with some of these totals that are super high is if they go on a slow start in the first half, it's worth trouncing essentially if you lean the over versus the under, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be my first live bet of the day. I'm going to go with the over, but if I had to pick a side, I'd lean VCU. There's a lot of volatility in this matchup with how fast things are going to run. So I will be live betting this VCU Vandy over. No bet pre-flop for me.
I kind of want to bet every game today a little bit, to be honest. They're all fun games. A lot of points. 6.5. You know what? I'm going to sit on this game. I'm going to wait.
I'm telling you,
I like VCU.
This over live. They could start off sluggish. If it goes to 170, 180, so be it. It's gone. But I've already bet every game so far that we've talked about. So this is my first weight bet for sure.
I'll take the over. I'll wait. I want to get involved with this game bad, but that over is moved 3 points already.
I know. And now I feel like it could be a sluggish first half, and then we can get maybe even just a better number, a little market back to correction number there. But yeah, I think VCU is solid as well. If you guys like VCU.
You know what? I'll bet VCU plus 6.5. I'll get involved early.
I like it. This one's fucking hilarious. Charlotte's playing Illinois State. Illinois State's laying 5.5. Charlotte just played Shaw, and they only won by 4. They've gotten blown. They haven't gotten blown out. I don't think their style of play allows them to be blown out, but Illinois State has really found their stride. They've dominated Coastal Carolina, almost winning by 40 or 50, excuse me, after winning on the road against Long Beach State in a lackluster performance. They really haven't been outstanding. They're very, very up and down, but I think that they have the pieces to dominate. I will go ahead and lay it here with Illinois State against the Tink Niners. But yeah, give me Illinois State versus Charlotte. I think they continue rolling and gets it done in Orlando yet again. So give me the Redbirds here. Chase Walker, baby.
Yeah, I think we're on another battle here. I like Charlotte. Excuse me, Charlotte. Illinois State defense is elite with threes. They can get abused inside. Charlotte, not a big team to like to go inside and score points here, but they have a size advantage. They got the 42nd the tallest team in the country versus 269. I mean, Illinois State's got 7-1 Brandon Lieb. He plays like 17, 19 minutes a game, about half of basketball. But Anton Bonk plays about 25, 30 minutes a game. This guy's a 7-2 guy. He's grabbing fucking 13, 10 boards a game. He's scoring 15, 17 points. He's very active in this. And he plays more. I think he's going to have a big day down low. He's going to be able to score. And I think that Charlotte hangs around. I mean, Charlotte, I think they've looked better this year. I know they've lost to Davidson, Vatek, and App State, but Davidson was a home loss. Virginia Tech lost on the road. They lost by 8. And then App State was a 2-point loss on the road. So they played fairly tight on the road. Illinois State, Coastal, I did not know they beat Coastal by 52 points. You're coming off of a 52-point beatdown. Give me Charlotte to keep this close. I think Illinois State kind of goes through the motions a little bit. And not to mention, this is a neutral that neither team have played on this floor yet.
Well, they have. Illinois State just beat Coastal Carolina on their floor.
This is MTE in Illinois State? No, this is in Florida.
This is in
that was a home game.
That was a true home game against Coastal?
Yeah. That was a home
game. It was on Sunday. You're right.
Yeah. So I'll take Charlotte plus. I like the dogs today. Bark, bark, bark. Give me Charlotte plus the 5.5. I might bet this one. Circle it.
I mean, I'm getting the worst number here, but I'm not afraid of it. I definitely there was a 4.5 available. Screw you, man. We were gonna fly. Red Birds. Normal, Illinois. Trevor, you can lead this one off. Colorado versus San Francisco.
I already bet this game last night when it opened. I got San Fran money line minus 120 here. Colorado, I am not a fan of. Tad Boyle and whatnot. They take advantage of teams with some elevation, but overall, this team isn't great. I know they beat Alabama State, UC Davis. The Providence game, we were on that. Shout out them. But Providence is worse than Colorado. I will say that. But, I mean, they've played some, their toughest opponent outside of Providence was UC Davis. And then that was UC Davis traveling from California to Colorado, play at elevation. And Colorado had the size advantage. But San Francisco, I get there'll be maybe a little bit of a size discrepancy potentially, but they're still a tall team and they'll be able to bang. Colorado hasn't left home yet. San Francisco has gone to Minnesota, beat them by 12 on a semi. It was a semi away neutral, so basically a home neutral game for Minnesota. And then they went on the road to Memphis, lost by 6. So they've gone on the road, play some top major teams and some really good mid majors, in Memphis. I think San Francisco gets them. Colorado, I'm not a giant fan of. This team is shit. Is what I'm trying to say. They're terrible. So give me San Francisco money line minus 120. I played it. Simple enough.
Easy enough. I am with you there. San Francisco money line. Lock up the Dons. Not worried about Colorado's defense. They've been known to struggle, giving up 88 to Providence, even in a good win, 97 to Eastern Washington, 79 to UC Davis in a routing. But no matter what, they're going to allow they're going to allow teams to score 70, 75 points. And I think that's where San Francisco can thrive here. First one to 70 wins this game on a short spread, and I trust San Francisco to be that team versus Colorado. Both teams like to kind of try to slow each other down, but I think that's where San Francisco can win. I'm going to go with the slower paced team versus the up tempo team, and it's out in the desert, California, NorCal going to SoCal. Give me the Dons as well, Trevor. I'm with you. Let's go. Looks like the chat like in San Francisco. So this is a chat play. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Oregon Creighton next. God, I want to bet Creighton. I want to bet Creighton. I don't know about you. What do you think?
I don't know if I could physically bet Creighton, to be honest with you. But I want to. It just feels like the right play. I mean, both these teams are off to a horrible start. Hold on a second. I don't know. I think this is going to be Creighton. or nothing for me, but it just feels like a spot where, I mean, these are both coaches that are off to a spot. I don't know. I don't feel like I can put my money on Creighton today. You're on mute.
Good catch. Yeah, I don't like it or love it, but I don't know. Something tells me bet Creighton, but I cannot pull the trigger on this personally. I'm gonna lean Creighton. I'm not betting this game. If one of these teams goes down big, double digits, I might look to tap in live. But pre-flop, don't like Creighton enough to bet them.
No,
I just think this is a spot they show up for and get up.
I'm completely with you. I don't trust that. St. Mary's is laying 4.5 against Va Tech. Over unders 144.5. This line kind of stinks. We finally see a short spread with St. Mary's. They've all been laying 9, 10 points. They barely squeaked by Wichita State. Virginia Tech was pretty single-handedly routing Colorado State on the second half, but then Colorado State did end up covering. Go Rams. This one's a fun one. This line kind of stinks. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I like Virginia Tech. I mean, you could argue Colorado State forward 19 from 3. They didn't. They couldn't shoot the ball, but Virginia Tech also didn't have an offensive board until the second, like midway through the second half somewhere, and they were still leading the game somehow. 7 of 22 from 3, 16 to 29 inside the arc, and 13 to 16. At the free throw line. So it's not like they were lighting them up offensively. They just made clutch shots, and Colorado State couldn't buy a bucket to really take the lead there. I mean, granted, it was a mid-60s game. So I think Virginia Tech wakes up a little bit. I think they shoot better. I think they crash the glass more. St. Mary's, we just saw Wichita State take them to the brink. And that was a late night game. Now you got to turn around and you got to play at this is 4:30, so I guess not terribly early. But Virginia Tech got to watch St. Mary's, and they got a little bit more rest. I'll take Virginia Tech catching the points here. I think they're better than people are giving them credit for. That what is this kid's name? Neoclis Abdallas. This kid is legit. He went for 13, 2 and 2 last night. He had 3 turnovers, but a block and a steal also. This guy can score points. He can fill up the stat sheet. He can rebound. I think he's a huge part of this. Not to mention he's probably same country of the world where St. Mary's likes to get all their big men. I'm not sure where Randy Bennett finds these guys, but they're all really, really good players. This guy is really damn good. And I think he's gonna show up and have a big game here. So I'll take Virginia Tech with the points against St. Mary's here. Yes, St. Mary's is really good, but they left home once, and then Wichita State took them to the brink. So I think Virginia Tech gives them a game here. I think Virginia Tech might be live on the money line. St. Mary's has got to lose eventually, and last night they were down the last minute, and Wichita State couldn't finish the job. So give me Va Tech. Plus 4.5. I don't hate a money line sprinkle here, but I have not fired on this game yet.
Yeah, I'm with you on Va Tech. I think the line kind of reeks for sure. But man, I'll be honest, it's going to be hard for me to go against. St. Mary's has been my darling on this show for a while, so they've been a juggernaut. But yeah, this line is weird for sure.
Someone's asking about the under. I don't hate the under. I don't like the under. I like the over if I had to. Both these teams, second time in this gym. They didn't shoot particularly good yesterday. I think the offense has a little bit better day here, and we're getting a discounted line based on the scores of yesterday. So I'll take the over. Not going to bet that though. Happy Turkey Day, Justin. Good to see you, my guy. TCU's catching 13.5 against Florida. I want to bet TCU.
Oh, I'm betting TCU for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
dude, teams aren't getting drilled in these MTEs. People have been able to keep it close. And I'm sorry, I'm sorry, neutral site unders are not. Things are changing in college basketball. But I think TCU's defense could cause an issue for Florida's offense. Florida's definitely got a good rebounding advantage, but I mean TCU can definitely hang down low as well too, even with no one being able to match up maybe with Condon. But on the perimeter, I like TCU's defense, and Florida does a good job of kind of mainly going inside, where TCU is not terrible at defending the inside as well too. So I like TCU. I just think it's too many points. I don't think they're live by any means, but just feels like too many points. This line is kind of sat at 13.5 overnight. So yeah, give me TCU plus 13.5 for sure. Too many points. I think you're on mute.
God damn it. Brandon's asking about TCU being able to defend Florida's size. He doesn't think they can hang. That's a fair point. TCU is very small. Florida is very big. But Florida's got Duke on deck. They go to Cameron Indoor on Tuesday. So they got a bit of a look ahead. They haven't played on this floor yet. Neither is TCU. But neither of these teams have played on this floor. TCU has never left home yet either. So that could be an issue. But I think in this one, I think what we really get is points. I think Florida's able to score. I think TCU is going to be able to score. I know this is a neutral first game on that for them, but TCU's defense has looked all right this year, but they're not playing. They played Michigan, and that was a road game for Michigan, so a little off for them. But I think Florida's able to score. I think TCU is going to be able to score. I mean, we've seen this team put up 100 some points before, so. They got 63 on Florida. I think they can, or at Michigan. I think they can score a little bit here, but I am a little worried being in their first road game or game away from home that could affect them. But I'll take TCU. I don't have strong conviction to bet this, but I want to. I like TCU, but something I just cannot pull the trigger. Maybe I'll look to hop in live if Florida jumps in, goes on a 7-0 run or something to start the game, and we can get TCU like plus 17 or 18 or something. So I might look live at some angle in this game for this one.
I'll take TCU on the flop. This line's like hung around here.
Yeah, it hasn't moved.
All right, Washington's laying 5.5 against Nevada. Over under is 144.5. This game is in Acrisure as well, Palm Desert, California. What you got in this one?
Sorry, I just had to officially in on Vatek plus 4.5. Washington laying 5.5. Has Washington left home yet? Where are you at, Washington? Yeah, they had that Baylor
they
game.
did against Baylor. Yeah.
Yep. So Nevada has left home. They went to Santa Clara. They lost by 15. Other than that, they've been home this whole time. Washington's got UCLA on deck. Potentially a bit of a look at it. It's a name brand, but I don't think so. I mean, this is Thanksgiving Day game on CBS Sports Network. Like this will have everyone's eyeballs on this one. So I kind of want to lay the 5.5. I know it's Alford. He's catching points on a neutral. That might be the look, but I think Washington's able to score here. I mean, their defenses look pretty good. They've played some decent opponents. Nevada is not anybody who's head and shoulders above anybody that they've played, but Washington has hit the road. They beat Washington State by 12. They kind of hung around in that Baylor game, but Nevada, when they left home, they lost by 15, and then they went back home and lost to UC Davis, and then Barbara, they won by 13. I think this is a spot where Washington is able to run and gun and just run it up on Alford a little bit here. I'll take Washington. I don't have a strong conviction to bet this game, though.
I like Nevada here. I'll bat you. Don't necessarily love it as much as other plays, but I just think this Washington team has kind of got exposed a little bit in their last game, and I think Alfred as a dog, always a little more enticing, of course, than laying points. Neutral site feels kind of weird. You don't know what to expect. Nevada's kind of been out there in California. I'm not saying it's a far commute, but they've already been out there. Washington definitely has some advantages, but their defense allows teams to kind of score and have. I mean, giving up 93 to Southern. But yeah, give me Nevada here. Not a strong conviction. Maybe our first spar of the day. I might end up betting this. Check the picks page. I'll tell you what I am betting. Michigan State's laying a point against UNC. Forget that point. I will take Michigan State money line. This is Tom Izzo, MTE. We know what to expect. I'm not going against that. I know this line's kind of gone down. You can even find some Michigan State, minus 105 is what I'm going to lock up MSU on the money line. I think Kohler could give them some issues. We saw St. Bonaventure kind of definitely expose North Carolina a little bit on the rebounding front. I think that's where Michigan State can definitely thrive, and their guard play has stepped it up just a tad in these big games. We've seen Michigan State already have a couple wins against big games. Arkansas at home, Kentucky on a neutral. Those are solid games against other P4 schools. I know North Carolina had a home game against Kansas. Michigan State's already been familiar in these spots on a neutral. Michigan State probably had an easier game. They definitely could come in maybe a little sluggish after dominating East Carolina, but I think Michigan State's the better team here. I'm going to take the better coach on a short spread. Give me the Spartans money line.
Yeah, we'll battle. I bet UNC plus 115 when this line opened last night. They've got the size and athleticism to contend with Michigan State. And Sparty, they're having games where they pop up and go shoot 50% from three, and then they're having games where they're going 1-14 like they did against Arkansas, and that was at home. Michigan State just coming off of that ECU game, they shot 13-28 from three, and they're 21-39 inside the arc. They did have 11 turnovers. They forced 24 of them, which was huge for them. I don't see them having that success defensively. Forcing that many turnovers against North Carolina. North Carolina, this team is significantly better than last year. Caleb Wilson, absolute just dog. That dude is really, really good. Not to mention you got Vasir and Bogovac down low that can really bang. I like North Carolina here. I get it's Izzo, but we back Izzo in March. In January, February, Izzo. It's not Izzo December, January. So give me North Carolina, the plus 115. I think North Carolina is able to lock them up, and then also Michigan State, number 1 in the country for assist per field goal made. You've got a North Carolina defense that's a top 60 in defending that. They're in your face. They don't give you open looks. They're attached at the hip. So I think North Carolina makes things a little rough on Michigan State today. I think they're able to run and gun and play a little faster. And I think Caleb Wilson, national TV, I think he has a great game for North Carolina. So give me the Tar Heels plus 115. You can't get it now. It's a pick. I would go pick. After that, maybe just wait for something live where you can catch some points with North Carolina. It's a pick 'em. I know, but if Michigan State gets out to a little run and catch points, but I don't want to lay points with Hubert. But when I'm catching this team at plus money,
I would never lay a point, or I don't like laying points or 2 points unless it's a random game. Like these big games, we saw what Iowa State, St. John's, if you took the points versus the money line, happened. So yeah, let's battle there. I forgot that there's a month named after Hubert Davis. I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, wait, there isn't. It's just about Tom Izzo. Even if it is 1 month that's kind of far away, it's a month that definitely matters. But Izzo's done good at these MTs in the past. Well, when they were preseason tournaments, actually, what they were normal. UNLV's laying 3.5 against Rutgers. Over-unders 152.5. This may be my for sure throwaway no bet pick. I'll lay it with UNLV. I'm not betting this. No way. I don't trust any of these two teams. I need to see it from UNLV on home. And I like Steve Peichel as a coach, but I'm laying off this. I'm not betting this for sure. Give me UNLV -3.5. No bets. No bets. I'm gonna not even worry about this game.
Kinda want to bet Rutgers. UNLV coming off that Alabama game, was that 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago. Running and gunning, they got blown out. Rutgers hung with Notre Dame. Tennessee blew them out. I don't think UNLV has the size that really could make them uncomfortable. I think Rutgers kind of makes life a little hellish on UNLV here personally. I think their size is gonna make them uncomfortable. I like an under, given that Rutgers I think is gonna hang in this game. They're not gonna hang this game by scoring 80 points. I think it's gonna be defensive oriented. So give me the under. No bet in this game though. No bet.
Yeah, no bet. All right, we'll spar there. And I just saw a funny T-shirt this on Twitter as I was looking through some shit. Kids these days know 6'7". I remember 9/11. Let's go. Let's go. It was literally my first memory, I think, in my lifetime. Actually, I'm not kidding. BYU's laying 9 against Miami, Florida. Over/unders 164.5. I see a 9.5 on FanDuel. And I'm going to take it. That's too many freaking points for BYU. I know they kicked the shit out of the Badgers, but this Miami team is athletic. They played good against a Florida team who I think is similar to this BYU team matchup-wise. Miami's not awful. They're able to run and gun. I think that they could cause a problem. And I don't foresee BYU doing this to Wisconsin. Like, I believe, was that a true home game that Wisconsin traveled to, or is that a
It was in that dumbass Jazz Arena with that stupid ass fucking as Moneyline Max at Barney Court.
That's right.
That game was painful to watch.
Semi-home game. Now they're laying this many points on a neutral. No, I'm taking Miami plus 9.5. Lock it up. FanDuel.
Yeah, sorry, my audio just clicked out. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna lay it with BYU. We saw Miami go up against Florida, this Florida team that isn't like last year's team. I think this BYU team obviously not the same, but they've got some pieces. They can run and gun. They can play fast. I think BYU kind of runs them out the gym. I think we see something similar where Miami kind of flirts with hanging around. They're down. Bouncing between 8 and 12 points, but at some point the floodgates are open, and BYU's size and athleticism is gonna get to them. I think BYU ends up running away with this late. They win this game by 13, 14 points. So give me BYU minus the 9. Good chance I probably bet this. Not 100% sure, but I do like BYU here. I think this will be play out similar to that Miami and Florida game.
All right. Looks like we're battling yet again. You lead off this time.
Yeah. Shout out Sky Fishing for the $20. Happy Thanksgiving. Hey. Appreciate all the streams and enjoy a beer on me. We appreciate you, and I will have plenty of beers today. So really, really appreciate you, and happy Thanksgiving. It's gonna be a great day. We're gonna be cashing. We're gonna be eating food. We're gonna be taking naps. Sports all day. Family. Good food. It's gonna be a good one today.
Hey, Sky Fishing, thank you for the donation. Happy Thanksgiving as well. We're going to definitely be drinking some beers for sure after I finish this last cup of coffee. And appreciate you.
I just made another pot of coffee.
Appreciate you tuning into the streams as well. Anyone that stays up with us watching games, it means a lot for sure. We appreciate you guys, and thanks for tuning in. And appreciate you, Skyfish, for the dono. Appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We're almost done with the slate. Stay tuned tonight for the episode time. I just lost my track. We can start that. Let's go.
Urban, it's 9 a.m. and I'm already taking Jim Beam shots. Let's fucking go. There you go. That's how you start the day. Should have put some Baileys in this coffee and made this an interesting 8 a.m. stream.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about it. I have to drive though somewhere, so I am. Maybe a little dabble. I got a bet here, but let's give it to our household name: Wisconsin minus 6.5, over-unders 167.5. I already have a bet on this game, by the way.
Yeah, I have a bet too. Wisconsin -6.5. They're going to blow out Providence today. Providence is not a good team. We saw when you go into Colorado and you lose by what was that, double digits basically. I'm pretty sure they beat Providence 9 points. They beat them by 9. I get the elevation factor. You got to play that in. But where is this? This is in San Diego, California. Ken Palm's got them winning by 5. That's just disrespectful. But Wisconsin, the last game they played a week ago, basically, they played BYU. They got ran out the fucking gym. It was the first time leaving home. It did not go well. They could not buy a bucket. I mean, we shot 7 of 29 from 3, 7 of 26 at the line. 12 turnovers, but did have 11 offensive boards. So that was a positive here. Providence, whenever they've left home, you beat Penn State, incredible victory. Penn State is so good. Not really. They lost to Virginia Tech on a neutral in overtime, and then Colorado. They lost also Wisconsin coming off that bad game against BYU where we just got ran up on. I think we returned the favor. We've had a week to stew on this. It's on Thanksgiving. All eyes will be maybe not all eyes, but this will be, people will have eyes on this game. It's a big one. So I think Wisconsin runs it up. I think we shoot a lot better. I think the defense looks much better. And Providence is Providence. They're bad. Kim English is a bad coach. Greg Gard the last 2 years has really changed up how this team is, run and how we're orchestrated with playing fast. And we got solid defense overall too. So bad shooting night versus BYU. BYU was on fire. In that game, they shot 14 of 34 from 3. That's good for 41%. They shot 55% inside the arc and shot 29 free throws. I don't see that happening again for Providence, especially that BYU game was quote unquote a neutral, but it was at the Jazz Arena. So basically, it was a home game for BYU. And again, we go to elevation and got screwed. So no elevation here, no elite offensive team. In Providence that we're going against. So I'm landing with Wisconsin. We blow them the fuck out today. This is a big win for Wisconsin. And yeah, Helms, the defense hasn't been great this year, but it will be. It will be. It always is. It's been a little sluggish. No big deal. I mean, we've held some of the bad teams that we're supposed to down, and then we just ran into a buzzsaw with BYU. I mean, gave up 69 to Southern Illinois Edwardsville. We put up 94. Gave up 55 to Ball State, put up 86. 72 to Northern Illinois, put up 97. Campbell gave up 64, scored 96. It hasn't been bad. The BYU game was atrocious. This will not be a repeat of that. Bucky up, lay it.
Yep, I'm with you. Bet Wisconsin as well. Yes, and I have to agree with Brandon. One Wisconsin team has to win today, and I think only one is.
I'm doing a Wisconsin parlay today. Here we go.
Oh, Wisconsin. You can meet me in Wisconsin.
Buy you a mansion.
Hey.
Wisconsin.
-6.5. Screw Kim English. He's ass. He stinks. South Florida's laying 6.5 against Western Kentucky. Over-under is 169.5. Western Kentucky was an easy bet, plus 17.5. I see 8.5 on BetMGM. So it looks like South Carolina's getting some smoke, and this line continues to grow. Too many points for a Western Kentucky team, or does South Florida bounce back after their piss-poor showing against VCU? I worry about both defenses in this game for sure. I mean, the over-under is telling in the 170.5 spot. I don't foresee Western Kentucky not being able to keep up with South Florida with the lack of defense. So. Give me Western Kentucky here. I like the way they played yesterday, and I will lock up the 8.5 that's available as well too.
Western Kentucky's catching 8.5 now.
Yep, BetMGM.
Damn. I like the over. Both these teams can get to the line. Both these defenses send you to the line. I mean, you get the 9th. Who is this? Western Kentucky, 19th most points at the free throw line. South Florida, 23rd most points at the free throw line. South Florida also gives up the 23rd most points at the free throw line. And here you go. Western Kentucky gives up 22.5% from the free throw line also. And not to mention Western Kentucky able to score inside. South Florida, little can get exposed on the inside here. I think we see it over. I think there's plenty of free throws, plenty of clock stoppages, and getting points on the board when the clock's not running. So give me the over 169. I'm going to bet this. You want to bet this?
I'm gonna wait to bet it live. I already bet Western Kentucky plus 8.5, so I'm not doubling down yet on this game. It's gonna be a live bet for me on the over. But yeah, I think it's solid. This game's gonna end in like the 90.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I'll ride Western Kentucky. I think we see points, but I think Western Kentucky is able to really hang in this game and give South Florida a scare. To be honest, let's do it. Give me Western Kentucky plus 8.5.
Okay, I got to bet in this next one, but I want to hear. I want to hear you. St. Louis laying a point against Santa Clara. What you got?
Yeah, it's in. Boom, 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 bang, bang. St. Louis, Santa Clara. Ooh, this is a good one. I think it's the only mid-major game of the day. So shout out that. At least it's a banger. We don't have fucking.
Hey, Charlotte, Illinois State, Richmond, Furman today.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. The early games. Yes. St. Louis. What have they done? They have not left home yet. What did Santa Clara do? Go to Xavier and bust their ass. Yes, Xavier's starting to look better. I'll give it to them. They were horrible to start the year. But they at least went to a P4 school and dominated them. They went on the road and had a lot of success. St. Louis obviously better than Santa Clara here, but Santa Clara wants to slow this game down. St. Louis wants to run. I think Santa Clara is going to have more success with that. They've gone on the road and done that. St. Louis is leaving home for the first time. I think they're kind of going to get shell-shocked here. I think they shouldn't be laying points on the road, especially when it's the first time leaving home. I'll take Santa Clara with the 1.5 here. You know what? And I'm not even going to worry about that. Just give me the plus 105 on the money line. Yeah, give me the plus 105 on the money line for Santa Clara. What say you?
I'm battling you here. I'm taking St. Louis on the money line. I'm going to go with the favorite here. I think St. Louis is a far better team. I know it's a weird travel spot. Santa Clara looks like they're competitive. But I think the St. Louis team has absolutely stepped up, and they're sneaky because last year they had a lot of expectations going into it with Indiana State. But now this year they've really found their stride with Avia. I think they got rid of, I think they lost Swope, right? But maybe that was more so for better. I'm not saying he's bad by any means, but sometimes like a heavy producing, less efficient scorer could definitely destroy an offense that I think that St. Louis has found this season very well. They're good down low. They can score from three. They can get rebounds and get second chance opportunities, which I think could be a problem with Santa Clara. And I like St. Louis's defense here, so I'll lock up the Billikens money line.
All right, let's battle. A couple of battles today. This will be
this will be on a short slate. Yeah, this is going to be fun. This will be a chippy episode tonight. Again, I'm tracking units, 28 units. So even if I lose all my bets today, we'll still have we'll still be up on the month. But yes, I'm not losing that battle. St. Louis is going to win.
All right, we'll find out.
Fuck that. Hey, hold on a second. I know it's Thanksgiving, but hold on a second. You just said what'd you say?
Shut up, bitch! Oh my God!
Well, I do want to play this. This is going to be played a good amount of times while we handicap basketball games because
it amazes you. Then you don't know anything about basketball. You're illuminating your relative lack of knowledge of the game with a statement like that. Basketball has been full of that kind of thing. You know, you have a team that plays a little bit better today than maybe it normally plays, and a team that doesn't play quite as well as it's capable of playing, and you get a big differential in a score. Next time the two teams play, maybe the team that played real well doesn't play quite as well. The other team plays a little bit better. Just a reversal of the first time. I don't think the home court has anything to do with it. I think that you get
Bob Knight, everyone, absolute legendary, and that's what it takes to handicap games. Some teams play better, some don't. That's college basketball for you here. Dayton catching a point against.
I gotta use the bathroom, this coffee, but I do have something in this game. Dayton. I like Dayton. Georgetown lost Iwikuchu. Sorry, I'm butchering that name, but he's gone. That's the big man, and they use him a lot offensively. I think it's going to be a bit of an adjustment period. Dayton, I'm a big fan. This team is always good year in, year out. And big game against a P4 school. Georgetown's look good, but I think they have a little bit of a come back to earth game here until they figure out what to do with losing Iwu Chukwu without losing him. So give me Dayton plus the 1.5 in this one. I will be back.
Yeah, I like Dayton here as well. I think Trevor's spot on. This Dayton team is they're feisty, especially in these random like MTE tournaments. We saw them beat Marquette already. Georgetown undefeated. They got some momentum. They played some good games against Clemson and Maryland. I've been riding Georgetown for a good amount of time. But shout out our homie Clark Townsend as well in the chat. But I'm sorry. I'm going to go with Dayton on this one. I think this is a good game, down wire to wire. So yeah, give me Dayton money line for sure against Georgetown here. I think that Georgetown has a back to earth game. They played some really tough games against Clemson, and Maryland. But yeah, give me this is going to be a heavy defensive battle game. I think Dayton has the slight advantage. Wichita State versus Colorado State. Colorado State's laying a 1.5 against Wichita. This one is fun. Over-under is 143.5. Looks like Colorado State, they played good against Virginia Tech. So did Wichita State as well. There's some solid games all around for both teams, although they both came up short. Let's see here. What do we got on my play sheet? We got Colorado State. I mean, this really can go wrong. I mean, Trevor and I are probably going to be battling here, just so you know. This one's a tough one for me because I like both of these teams. They've been feisty on the road. I think Colorado State's the side, though. I think Colorado State – the slight better advantage team on the short money line there. And, I think Colorado State with Medved, not with Medved, definitely will be an issue. I got to shout out our boy Ali Farouk-Manesh taking over the Medved team. Defense is a huge advantage as well. I think that there's an over spot potential in play. So I think that's going to be my first total of the day. I think we see this total just go slightly over. Colorado State flirted that with Virginia Tech, even with the pace of play there. Slower paced team, but both teams shoot efficiently. I think this just sneaks on over. Wichita State has played in some tough defensive battle games, and even with the St. Mary's team who plays at a ridiculously slow pace, it was only about 5 points away, just a couple possessions from hitting this total in general. So I'm going to go ahead and ride the over 143.5 on Wichita State and Colorado State. I'm going to see a 76-72 game. This just goes over for us. Chat, what do you guys like in this one? Wichita State. Yeah, I think this is a side that could be an issue here. It looks like Trevor's on Wichita State money line. I'll be rooting for points then, instead of picking a side. And Trevor is on the home bowl there, by the way, right now. Duke laying 10.5 against Arkansas. Fuck off. I'm so sick of this Duke team. I know John Shire definitely gambles. Something's going on there. He covering machine. But Calipari's got some pride here. I mean, for goodness sake, they have to have some pride. And I like this Arkansas roster. I mean, they went to Michigan State and almost snuck one. I know this is randomly in Chicago at the United Center, and Duke's been familiar with the neutral sites. Arkansas hasn't, but come on, it's Calipari. He'll have these guys rolling. I am worried about Duke potential with the size advantage, but I think Brazil can bang with Ngangba and Boozer, and Duke just, even their point guards are just massive. But this just feels like hopefully not a Kansas where The Kansas game, 11.5. They were covering good, and then they just blew it at the end of each half, or the end of the first half. But I think Arkansas can keep up with Duke's pace. They run and gun super well. Arkansas's defense is solid. I mean, like I said, they almost snuck one against Michigan State at home. And this is a big test. They've had this one circled for quite some time, while Duke has been able to already have some games under their belt. Texas in a semi-home, Kansas on a neutral. So they've known what is at stake. And they also have Florida coming up, Michigan State. I mean, Duke's got a gauntlet ahead of them. This is just a stop on the road in that gauntlet, especially with Michigan State there. Arkansas has a look-ahead spot as well, kind of, with Louisville. But like I said, they've been circling this game, being able to play Duke in a neutral. I think Calipari is going to have these guys rolling. Give me Arkansas plus 10.5. Let's get a backdoor. Come on. See what the chat likes. Hogs up. Let's go. Trevor and I on it. Looks like Arkansas has been suspect for sure, but it's 10.5. But it is Duke. It is Duke for anyone that likes Duke. Minnesota versus Stanford. Stanford's laying 2.5. Over/under is 142.5. This game is in Palm Desert as well. I think this is another one that's I don't know why this over/under is so short. I think it's way too short again. This is the one that sneaks over for me as well. I'll be rooting for some points later into the night while I'm absolutely stuffed with all the food I'll have on Thanksgiving. I think this over absolutely sneaks by. We're getting an absolute free play here. Or not free play, sorry, I'd never say that. But we're going to get an absolute discrepancy on this. I know that they kind of have a slower pace. This is Minnesota. It's Nico Medved. So a naturally slower pace. But Stanford kind of runs and guns. I know that they've kind of played down to lower competition than Minnesota, but even in those games at home, they've been able to run and gun, and that's the style of play that they've had. And Minnesota's not afraid to match those teams. I mean, I saw them trying to run tempo with Missouri. It didn't work out for them at all whatsoever. And then this total actually last time for the game they played last week in a semi-home is San Francisco was 142 exactly. And Stanford runs at a much higher pace. So I like the over 142.5 in Stanford, Minnesota. And if I had to pick a side, it would be Minnesota here, just because they've been out there in California for quite some time, and they've prepared for this spot on the road. So yeah, give me the over. I'm a root for points. It sneaks by again on this one, but if I had to pick a side, the Gophers.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll take the points with Minnesota. Yes, Stanford's going to want to run. I get that, but I just think Minnesota is going to be able to hang in this game. They can rebound. They get to the free throw line too. Just a matter of making your free throws. They've already left the the state here. It's not like they've been home this entire time. They went to Missouri, got blasted, and then the semi-home against San Fran. I think they bounced back. Stanford did come off of the home loss to Seattle, but they've never left home yet either. So now they have to travel. Minnesota's been through that. I think they're live to win this game. Give me Minnesota. I'm with you. Also, that Arkansas game, Shire is back home in Illinois for Thanksgiving, and Arkansas played Illinois last year on Thanksgiving and got absolutely blasted. I've heard what the hell Calipari talking about this. He's really excited. They want to bounce back. And they really want to contend and have a chance to beat a big time school and have a good win on their resume. I just think, given last year's debacle where they got blasted, Shire's back home for Thanksgiving. I think his mind will be a little elsewhere. Duke could sleepwalk this game and win by 3, but I think Arkansas is really going to come and show up to compete here. I think Arkansas is live to win, to be honest. I would not be shocked with a Duke finally. They lose a game. They traveled. And Shire, just mind elsewhere at home for Thanksgiving. Just kind of they just go through the motions and are a little lazy. because they're feeling themselves. Obviously, they're a good team, but Arkansas has got something to prove, especially with Calipari, the way they got beat down last year. So let's go Arkansas. Hogs up for that one. But last game, Oklahoma State, Northwestern. Northwestern's laying 2.5 against these Cowboys.
I see 3.5 now.
3.5 now.
Yeah.
Well, as disgusting as it is, I kind of agree. Oklahoma State hasn't left home. Northwestern has. Oklahoma State's defense is not like it's lights out. They really rely on that offense getting going. I mean, they like to play these high-scoring games. Martinelli and company, they had that MTE in the Greenbrier, beat South Carolina by 2, and then that Virginia game they gave away. They should, I think, honestly, they should be undefeated right now. But they've gone on the road 2 to Paul, 1 by 2, and then they just played back-to-back neutrals. Oklahoma State's been sitting at home this entire season. They played Nichols, Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, Prairie View, Oral Bob. They did beat Texas A&M in South Florida traveling there, 103-95. But they also beat A&M 87-63. A&M also, that was their second game under Bucky. So I mean, little work in progress here, but. I think Northwestern shows up and gets this done. And I think the fact that it's climbing kind of, tells you all that you really need to know. I think Northwestern is able to get buckets and score here. And I think Northwestern's defense will bow up and make life a little hellish for Oklahoma State. Not to mention they've been sitting at home shooting at the same rims. So new change of scenery. Northwestern, good defense. Martinelli, dog. Give me Northwestern. I'll lay it. I want to. I see a juice 3.5 too. So this is just going to keep climbing. Give me Northwestern. I'm going to dive in. I'm going to take them. I'm going to take them minus the 3.5. Didn't get the best of it, but I still think they show up and get this one done convincingly. I think first half might be a little close, but I think at some point their defense will bow up and that offense will get clicking against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I think we're going to battle here, but I'm going to do it in a different way because we just got asked. You must have been in the chat. It is rhythm with no Y, though, double M. Give me the over in this game. Rhythm likes it as well. I was definitely just blindly going to bet an over with Oklahoma State, even against Northwestern's defense, like you mentioned. I think just with Oklahoma State's athleticism and the way that they'll be playing, they'll be running and gunning, no problem. We've seen Oklahoma State give up 95 to USF, 81 to Nichols, and Northwestern's been able to score a good amount as well. This number just went over in DePaul. This number just snuck by against a South Carolina team. This number goes over against Virginia. I think they'll be able to match Oklahoma State's play, and Rhythm likes it as well. So that's the motivation I needed. So we're going to go ahead and take the over 160.5, the over 159.5 for Oklahoma State and Northwestern.
Yep, just fired on that for the rhythm play of the day. So I'll be having 2-way action in this one to end the night. I mean, that's only appropriate.
Maybe we'll battle. We'll battle then on that. Not the over, but the
side.
The side, yeah. I like OK State here. I think that the over is telling, and the matchup favors Oklahoma State's athleticism for sure.
Sounds good. Let's do it. Why can I not
over 159.5?
I can't. For some reason, my bad. Just in the sheet, I'm trying to put it in for the rhythm play in that category, but I can't type. So you'll have to,
for some reason they're all like the text is like naturally like white for some reason. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
Oh yeah, there it is.
It's like what it's. I don't know. But anyway, yes, I'm gonna let that number climb for Oklahoma State. It's continued to climb, so I will wait to bet that. But that is the Thanksgiving show. Woo! Get your turkeys, get your hams, get your side dishes. That's for damn sure.
We need a parlay though. Don't forget, just a little 2-legger for today.
We're kind of battling a decent amount. Might be tough.
That's fine. I mean, we do want to make it nasty. Both games we liked. I mean, we like the ECU There we like San Fran. We both liked Wisconsin.
Let's do 3 legs that we like. San Fran money line, Arkansas plus 10.5.
Arkansas plus 10.5. We both liked Wisconsin.
We both like Dayton as well.
Dayton or Wisconsin. All right, chat, you decide. Dayton or Wisconsin. What's the last leg?
Minus 6.5. I feel. What's the last leg for the 3 of them?
I think we should let the chat. We liked Wisconsin and we liked what was the other one we were just talking? Dayton.
Dayton money line or Wisconsin minus 6.5. Chat, what do you think? We got 1. Dylan says Wisconsin. We got 2 with whiskey. That's it. Wisconsin minus 6.5. So a little 3 leg.
Stop the count. Stop the count. Oh! Late. We got a Dayton.
We got a Dayton.
Next comment. If it's Dayton, we'll go to a tiebreaker for 5. Oh, we got okay.
We got a whiskey though.
Oh, just beat it. All right, Wisconsin.
I think we have to fade Megan 20 though. Actually, I don't know. We should
I'm sure there's no bias in that one. Trust me.
Yeah, I think it's fadeable, Megan. Sorry. Let's go Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin. All right. So what does this bad boy equal out to? Wisconsin here. We got San Fran money line, and what was the last one? Dayton. No. What was the last leg? Arkansas plus 10.5. That bad boy equals out to plus 544 today. We haven't hit one of these in a minute. It has been rough, but I can feel it today. Today's the day. Today we get it done. Let's go. So we got San Fran money line, Arkansas plus 10.5, Wisconsin minus 6.5, plus 544. Rhythm play, Oklahoma State, Northwestern over 159.5 to end the day. And that's it. I ended up having I have 10, 11 bets on the college board today.
Oh yeah, yep on a short slate. Stay tuned for some live plays. Check the pick sheet. We got Richmond starting here. Got them first half on FanDuel minus 1.5. Like I said, 28 units on the season for me. Trevor's up 10 units, a little under 11 units, and it's just November. So if you add that up, we're almost up 40 units here combined. Elliott's 216, 193, and 2 on his bets. So it's been a solid. It's a long season. Yesterday was a random rough day, but these losses have been mitigated with the volume that we're betting. So let's continue rolling. It's a fun day. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Hug all your family. Thank God for the blessings that you have, and let's go Wisconsin. Let's go the whole community. Let's go Indiana, all of it, Kansas City. We love everybody across the globe, anyone tuning in this continent. Appreciate you. We got some Canadian listeners today, I heard. Appreciate you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Hug your family. Time is precious. Clock always ticks. Enjoy the rest of Feast Week. Things go by in a blink of an eye. Make sure to enjoy the present at all times and to remember what goes on in the present, for we will appreciate that in the future. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys later, and happy Thanksgiving.
Yep. We'll see you guys tonight. Go Pack, go.
Oh, God. Peace.
Doodles, happy Thanksgiving.
Go Chiefs.